Hello everyone, Ali here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. You may know me from my more popular position over as a hostess at Titan Cards. I'm going to be throwing that link right up here if you're not aware. But this is my personal channel, Ali's Treasure Trove, and today we're going to be starting the first episode of my series titled Before You Buy by looking at this Kotobukiya ArtFX-J figure of Marik Ishtar from Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series. Now this segment is titled Before You Buy because Kotobukiya has announced that they are actually re-releasing in early to mid 2021 some of the figures from this line. I was looking at the lineup of what they had for pre-order on their website. I'm going to put the picture right up here so you can check that out of what they have on their website, kotous.com, for pre-order. It is just one of the Kaibas, one of the Yugis, Yami Marik, Joey Wheeler, and the irregular art of Dark Magician. Not the anime art, the regular colors, the purple and blue Dark Magician. So that is what they have up for re-release. I'm going to be checking out Marik just because I wanted to start with Marik, why not? And like even though they haven't announced this one for a re-release, it doesn't mean that it won't be coming. Some of the other figures they haven't announced is a different variants of Yugi and Kaiba that originally came out. Also Atem and Yami Bakura. Now, I do actually own all these figures aside from the anime art of the Dark Magician and the Joey Wheeler. I was actually waiting on the Joey to see if they released a green jacket version from Season 1, because the one that they did release has the blue jacket from the rest of the series. And I do not have the anime art of the Dark Magician, because I already had the regular and I didn't feel the need to have two. So I can look at all those here, unbox them all for you on the channel if you're curious. I want to put actually a poll in the comments. Next week's options for Before You Buy are going to be Atem and Yami Bakura. Let me know which one you'd like to see in the comment section down below. But like I said, we're going to be checking this one out today. Like I said, not yet scheduled for re-release. However, just want to check this one out. It's a very cool figure, and I'd like to see in person what Marik looks like. Now, I do tend to buy from my local shops as much as I can. Here in Pinellas County, we do have in downtown St. Petersburg AnimeFix. I'm going to be putting their logo on screen wherever it will fit well, just here. Boop. There it is, AnimeFix. This one, however, Bobby, the owner, had ordered. Because Bobby does, of course, cater to his customers very well. I had asked him to get all these different Yu-Gi-Oh! Figures, and unfortunately, even though he ordered it, he never ended up receiving one, so I ended up having to grab this one off of Amazon, hence all the box damage. Usually I do like to keep my boxes in as pristine condition as possible. Obviously, the paint and actual quality of the figure, making sure nothing's broken, is more important than the box. But if you're going to be spending a lot of money on, like, somehow anime figures can get, I'm sure some of you guys know how they can get. If you're going to be spending that much money on something, I do prefer to have a nice box. But I was running out of options to get this figure in my collection, so I did end up having to get this one back in the day off of Amazon. But I'm excited to check this out. Like I said, you know, I haven't opened it before. We're going to be breaking the seals on this figure, and if you're from Titan Cards, we are using, of course, the new cameras that has wonderful autofocus. So I'm ready to check out this figure in great detail with you guys. So let me go on ahead and switch positions with the box. All right, and we are ready to go. So first off, we're going to go through the box. Of course, there's the main window in the front, Anime Marik down here in the bottom right. That severe corner damage, of course, featuring corner damage, woohoo. And then if you turn it off to the sides, it does have the silhouette of the Millennium Rod here, just the top parts, and then the whole rod here on the back to check out the back of the figure. Now, as you can see there, he is wearing his jacket, but this Marik figure does come with, you can remove his head and his actual torso to put on the shirtless version of Marik, where he does have those carvings for the Pharaoh. So I'm excited to check that out. In particular, this side does look a bit sun damaged, but it is what it is. Like I said, got it off of Amazon. Now, each of the figures did originally have a first printing that came with special keychains. I believe this is the only one in my collection that is not first printing. I don't see it in here. And I believe I was disappointed when I ordered it to see that. I do believe the keychain that was supposed to come with Marik was a little Millennium Rod. Why am I so blurry? Alrighty. Alright, sorry about that, everyone. I was having some focus issues with the face cam. I just cut that part out. It was just like 30 seconds of me like staring into the camera, trying to get it to reset. But everything's good now. What was I saying before? Oh, I believe I was talking about the difference between the first prints of the figures and the reissues. They were coming with those keychains, like I believe for Marik it was a little Millennium Rod keychain. That one here, this one here doesn't have it, but the rest of them in my collection do have those keychains. So when we check out those figures, let me know. Like I said, which one you want to see next week, Atem or Yami Bakura, in the comments, and those should have the keychains. So this is kind of like a preview into what you'd be getting if they do re-release this Marik on the Kotobukiya website. You wouldn't be getting those keychains. I know they announced for the ones that they did announce, like I said, the Yugi, Kaiba, Joey, Dark Magician, and Yami Marik do not come with those keychains because they are the second printing issuing. So we're going to get into this box. Again, I've never opened it. It's all sealed. So let me crack the seal here. Ooh, it feels almost a little bit wrong because I tend to not open stuff in my collection just because of like dust and space. I don't want to have to dust too much. Now I do actually have my Yugi, Kaiba, and Dark Magician out, but that is because they came out when I just kind of got into collecting figures, so I had more room for stuff back then. Let's open this top here. And here's a view from the top, which I don't believe I showed. Again, Anime Marik. And of course all the logos. There is of course the Yu-Gi-Oh! Logo, and then the Kotobukiya and the ArtFX-J stamp. And here we go. Let's open this. Now typically when I open figure boxes, I do tend to open from the bottom. However, with this one already having as much box damage, I don't think it really matters. I try to keep them like they look like they've never been opened, but this one is just in such terrible condition that it doesn't really matter to me that much. But of course, here's what the plastic... Oops, sorry, I just smacked the camera, everybody. Sliding this on out of there. There is Marik in his plastic glory. The inside of the box does have a shimmer orange. Let me switch the camera view back here. So the shimmer orange in the background of the box does have good color complements with the, of course, the orange on the front of the box and Marik's skin tone. That is just an extra detail. Of course, you know, the box, again, like I said, is less important than the actual figure itself in the paint application. However, having a really nice looking box is always a plus. There is Marik. Then it does come with his Millennium Rod. Of course, it comes with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card for him to hold in his hand, his dual disc, an extra hand for him to actually be able to hold the card like this. This is how you hold Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, you guys. You gotta draw it from your dual disc and, you know, say, I'm playing Pot of Greed, ask what it does. Those are the rules. I don't make them up. And then, of course, again, like I was saying, his alternate back and also different hair. So let me go ahead and pop this open here. Let me check to see if there's any tape along the sides. There are tape. Let me grab the tape. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the tape. And it does look like there's a little instruction booklet down here. So I'm actually going to take this off on one side. Remove the tape from one side. This looks like it might be instructions on how to change his body. So I'll grab those just in case we need them. However, usually changing Kotobukiya figures is quite self-explanatory. Let's check out. Here is the instructions on how to change Marik's body. It is in Japanese, however, with the pictures. It's fine. So, alright, I'm going to tape that back. How did this come? Interesting. The tape folded in, but it doesn't look like it wasn't supposed to do that, so that's interesting. Alright, well let's pop open Marik here. Well, we're popping open the plastic. We're not popping open Marik quite yet. Let's grab him. Beautiful man right here. Take off all of his plastic. Of course, he's wearing his gray jeans, standing on a rock base. And he's wearing all of his gold jewelry, because that's how Marik is. He's always blinged out. You know, running a gang of thugs does get you some pretty pennies. Alright, let me set him down. And then actually I'm going to take out all the different things in here before taking off the plastic on his arms. Let's take a look at the little dual disc that you can put right here. You can take off his hand and switch the arm in order to put on his dual disc. Of course, starting at 4,000 life points, as you used to have to do in the original series. Let's see if it can focus on this tiny little, tiny 4,000. Alrighty. And then again, Marik's body with the inscriptions for the Pharaoh. This is almost the reason to get two Mariks if you want to have one with the shirt and one without on display at the same time. Very incredible figure here, in my opinion. The little Millennium Rod. for Marik to participate in shenanigans. And then also you have the little hand here that you can slip between the fingers. You can slip between the fingers the card that comes right down here. Now I do recommend if you have pets, which I mean I personally wouldn't keep a lot of collectibles out with pets if they weren't encased in like some sort of cabinet or glass fixture. But I do recommend to not have those out. I don't have pets running around, but even when dusting, I have knocked off, because my Kaiba that I have out is holding the card. I have knocked it off his hand. It is because it is a small piece. If it falls, it can be quite difficult to find. So I recommend not, if you're going to be having anything like a cat coming and rubbing up on your figure, just don't put the card in. Just take the card out for pictures and then put it back in the box, because I feel like it's very easy to lose, at least in my opinion. And then here is the extra hairpiece with the earrings, with Marik's earrings. Alright, I feel like, what should we do? I'm going to put on the dual disc. I'm also going to put on the alternate body. I'm going to put on the Millennium Rod, and I'm going to put on Marik's new hair. So let me go ahead and take off this plastic. Now, because it is older plastic, that's why it wasn't coming off as easy. So that's why I'm just having him stand here instead of trying to take it off in the air for you guys. All right, pop Marik's head off. This is what it looks like with no head. Let's slide that off. And then this plastic here, like the arm should just pop off. There we go. That is the joint there. Let's unwrap this plastic. And I'm going to slide his hand out. There we go. Alrighty. And see, there is the fist in order to be able to hold the Millennium Rod. So let's go on ahead and pull out Marik's torso. You're going to have to pull off this arm as well, because the whole torso switches out, and then you could reattach his arms that you want. Marik is also ripped. In case you all were wondering if Marik is ripped, yes, the answer is yes. Alright, so let's slide on his torso, new torso. I'm going to put the Millennium Rod in his hand before attaching the arm. And I did say I was going to put on the dual disc. Although it looks like the dual disc should go on the right arm, so alright. Alrighty then. That works as well. So we are going to be popping off this hand as well to attach to the dual disc. Slide that in there. This hair isn't much different, but however, it does look like it's folded over his shoulder a little bit down here on this side. So I'm going to put on the alternate hair as well. Right, so now to make sure I'm putting on his head in the right direction. One moment, folks. Let me get down a little more level with it so I can see precisely what I'm doing. Alright, so this is Marik's turned head, like I said, with his hair over his shoulder. So this is my alterations I have made to Marik. Now he's looking at you all sultry. He's like, hey baby, you wanna play some Duel Monsters? You don't really have a choice because I'm going to hypnotize you if you say no. But here is Marik with some alternate accessories, the dual disc. Now it wants to show the 4000 clearly. That is what it looks like. A lot of details on such a small piece here. Very cool. There's the Millennium Rod. And of course, the intricate carvings on his back. The reason he hates the Pharaoh so much is all of his pain and suffering right here. And that, I think, will do it for my little review here. I really don't have any complaints about this figure. I was very excited when they announced it. I was also very happy when they announced the Yummy Marik, but I'm not putting the Yummy Marik up for a vote because I do actually have the exclusive Toy Temple Funko Pop on order, so I'll be doing a video comparing the two. I mean, it's not really a comparison, just like a fun new series, which also I want to announce. The new series that's starting on Thursday is Funko Versus, so I'll be comparing different Funko Pops to other just different toys, statues, things like that. So that series will be part of the Funko versus the Yummy Marik Pop versus the Kotobukiya ArtFX-J. And also the video for Thursday, I'll give you guys a little spoiler, is a Death Note Funko Pop versus. But yes, I am very pleased with this figure. I was very excited to add it to my collection when it was announced. Like I said, it is not announced for reissue at the moment. However, with the selection that they have for reissue, including the Yummy Marik, I would think they would eventually, later on in the year, perhaps not early 2021, but later on 2021, if they're re-releasing like 75% of their whole line, you would think they would release these. But even so, if they're not, it is a good video to watch in case you are collecting those new figures and you want to go back and complete the whole Yu-Gi-Oh line. Now you know if it's worth spending on Marik Ishtar. Hopefully YouTube doesn't dislike the questionable shirtlessness in this video. However, I'm not yet monetized, so it doesn't even matter. But yes, this is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching me struggle with Marik for about 20 minutes. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will be, like I said, there is a part that I have to cut out. If I forget, just yell at me in the comments of me trying to get the camera to focus. But yeah, otherwise, I think this went pretty smoothly. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, this is the first episode of Before You Buy. So, and of course, like I said at the beginning, please let me know who you'd like to see next week. The options are, once again, Yami Bakura and Atem, the Pharaoh. Two gorgeous figures. I do probably have a preference towards the Pharaoh. Just, I feel like, you know, my only complaint about the Yami Bakura figure, I know we're not reviewing that one right now, but the pose is a little bit interesting. I also wish they made a Thief King Bakura and a real Bakura, but they, I guess, did lose the license to Yu-Gi-Oh! Before they were able to get to those. So also, it does bring hope for me, seeing that they're reissuing these older figures. Marik Ishtar not included. I keep on to say Yummy Marik just because we've been opening all those boxes of Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra on the Titan Cards channel, which does feature Yummy Marik on the front. Maybe they will add new figures to the line, and that would be really exciting. I would love to add more to my collection. There's no, I mean, you don't really need a Tristan figure, but there's no Tristan, there's no Mai figure, there's no real Bakura, there's no Thief King Bakura, there's no... I'm forgetting what her English name is, but there's no Anzu figure. What is her name? What is her name? What is her English name? All right, we're skipping that. We're forgetting that. We're forgetting that happened. Tell me what Anzu's English name is in the comments down below. Charity? No. I'm losing it. There's no Mokuba. I'd like a little Mokuba to go with the Kaiba. So there's lots more options, I think, out there. It'd be really cool if they made a Pegasus too to add to this line. So I think it, you know, it's good news, I believe, that they're reissuing some of these figures. And like I said, even if they don't reissue this one, it's still good to see what he looks like if you need to go back and complete your collection. I'm not sure what he's valued at right now. Perhaps I will insert a little boop, a little sold listings on eBay recently for this figure. But I remember he was getting quite up there before I ended up just cracking and buying one on Amazon because I was worried it would sell out quickly. And it did. He is sold out, at least to my knowledge. I'm sure there's probably a random Amazon seller that's like, oh, $10,000. Just like there's someone on Amazon that has a dual disc for like 600 bucks. Which I did want to order it, but I did miss the window. And then I forgot, and then of course this went up for the Proplica dual disc. That might be a cool video. Maybe if we get to like a really nice sub goal by the end of the year, I can buy a Proplica dual disc and open it up here on the channel. Just saying, just throwing it out there. But that is it for me here. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video of me checking out this figure here of Marik from Yu-Gi-Oh! It was definitely fun to open it up finally, and I'm excited to see what other combinations I can come up with. Like I said, he can hold the card, you could switch up the hair. Very cool all around. But that is it for me here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will be back actually with a bonus video on Wednesday. Now, I am having my upload schedule be every Tuesday and Thursday. That way you do get Allie content every day of the week here, because on Titan Cards I do upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we do have those Saturday night live streams, which do extend into Sunday, so I count that as Sunday content. So the missing days here for me on YouTube were Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I will have uploads on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I do have, like I said, that bonus video coming on Wednesday of just a recent haul. And there are actually some Yu-Gi-Oh items in there, some Yu-Gi-Oh Funko Pops that finally arrived on pre-order for me at my local ThinkGeek. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope to catch you next time when we unbox some more treasures here at Allie's Treasure Trove. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye! Camera, please. First time I've had autofocus problems with the camera. Here's my face camera. What's happening? What is happening with the camera?